Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking candles and candle magic, but before we dive into the topic, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path, and if you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft and craft your Wiccan path, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to get a copy of my book Crafting Your Wiccan Path, Connect to Nature, Spirit and Magic through the practices of witchcraft, the link is in the description field below this video. I wanted to talk about candle magic because it's one of my favourite forms of magic. It's the first magic I was introduced to and the first style of magic that I ever did. It's very popular amongst witches and Wiccans, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful magical art form to work with. Candles are beautiful things and you can do a lot with candle magic. Candle magic does sometimes get a little underestimated by magicians, particularly who are used to doing more complicated styles of magic, but it's just as powerful. Just because something is simple and straightforward doesn't mean it's any less powerful than something that is very convoluted and complex. It's really up to the person doing the magic, and the magic comes from you first and foremost. And the other tools that we use are just that. They're just tools to help us connect to the intention, help us entangle the energy to create what it is that we're wanting to create. But the magic really is about us, our intention, our energy, our focus, and our belief, and all of those things going together. So when you're dealing with candle magic, you're dealing with the element of fire. You're also, generally speaking, dealing with the color vibrations as well. A lot of people traditionally will just use white candles for everything, and that's fine, and it can still work. But if you like to add the vibration of color, because different colors have different vibration, and you want to work a little bit more closely to get a vibration that matches your intent vibrationally, then you will want to work with color as well. And that's one of the things that makes candle magic so beautiful, is that you have various different colors that you can choose to work with. Now with candle magic, you can work with just one candle, or you can work with more than one candle. It can be very simple magic, and it can also be more complex magic depending on how you operate, essentially. When you're doing magic, it's important that you do magic that you resonate with. You do magic that you enjoy doing, and you do magic that's at the level that you feel that you can really focus your energy, and also corresponds with your ability to gather resources together as well. You don't need to have convoluted magic if you're not the sort of person that gets into that complexity. But if you're someone that likes complexity, and you like a lot of ritual, and you like a lot of things and working with a lot of stuff, then more complex magic will probably suit you better than simple magic may. It's really about you as the practitioner. So your color of your candle is going to match your intent. And your intent can be, well, whatever your intent is. For most people, it's generally around finance, relationships, and health. And you'll find that there's different colors across the color spectrum, and if you're really wanting to get precise, you can understand primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors, and work with that as if you were an artist, and work with the energies that way. There's lots of different ways that you can go about this. So again, it can be as complex or as simple as you want it to be. The different types of candles are also a part of your practice as well. I personally find that when it comes to spells, I prefer to work with like a taper candle or even a little chime candle. These are great for spells because they're small, they're short, they don't take long to burn down, and they're pretty economical for that reason. You can get, packs of them, and whereas taper candles are a little bit more expensive, they do take longer to burn down. But these are the ones I've always worked with until these ones became readily available. You can make your own candles, which just adds that little bit more power to your spell crafting, because you can make a special candle that's especially for a particular spell that you're wanting to do. So that way you're putting more energy into your spell crafting by making your candle. I don't make my own candles. I buy them. I'm a bit lazy in that department. But for spell work, I prefer to use your taper candle or your little chime candles. Some people use votive candles for spell crafting as well, and you can certainly do that. The votives don't take that long to burn down. These candles are good if you're doing the same spell over a number of days. So again, candle magic can be a one-off spell that you do one day, or it can be a series of the same spell repeated over a number of days. You can repeat the spell on specific days. There's a lot of complexity to that aspect of candle magic. And if you are doing candle magic that's going to last a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then it is good to look at maybe a votive candle or a candle that is thicker and it's going to take longer to burn down. So for a quick spell where you want the candle to burn down reasonably quickly, go for the little chime candles. If you're doing a candle magic spell over a number of days, a taper candle is good, or a votive candle. I don't use these more pillar candles for spell work. They take way too long to burn down, but you know, you can use them. I use these more for meditation. You can even use tea light candles for spell work as well, because they don't take that long to burn down either. It's not so much the shape of the candle or the size of the candle. That's not where the magic is. The magic is in your vibration, your intention, your vibration, matching the vibration of your intention with the vibration and of the color of the candle, and then actually doing the spell itself. Different colors connect with different vibrations. Different colors have a different resonance. And you'll notice with color too that you resonate with different colors in various different ways. They affect our emotions. So as the color affects our emotions, they're also vibrating on a particular level. And when you're having an emotional reaction to a color, it's because you're tuning into that frequency and the vibration of that color. So that's why we have a reaction to colors. Everything is vibration. So when you're choosing colors for your candle, if you don't have any colored candles and you want to do candle magic, just go with white. White's the all-purpose color for candle magic. You don't have to have color. Again, you can just use white candle. But if you are into color, white candles are great at reflection. Okay, so white reflects light. So anything to do with sending energy out and reflecting light. So you may want to do white work for healing, for cleansings and purifyings. If you want to absorb, or you want to banish, absorb and send away, then use a black candle, because the color black absorbs. So black's great for using if you're wanting to stop a curse or do any breakings of any bindings, because you want to absorb that energy and then let it go away. The flame absorbs the wax, and then any wax that you've got left over, then you can just discard. So black is great to use for protection magic. Blue is wonderful for healing. It is good for communication too, because it does correspond with the throat chakra, but often traditionally more linked to healing, particularly on an emotional calming type of healing energy. You can use yellow for communication, for study, for being more mentally quicker and more alert mentally, and also used for success is the color yellow. The color red is for action and courage and confidence. People also use it for passion. And then you can start mixing those primary colors. And you've got, say, the color green, for example, which is used a lot for love because of its correspondence with the heart chakra. But green is also used for healing because it's got blue in it. You can use green also for success, particularly with money and finance because of its relationship to the earth. And the yellow in green brings that extra bit of success to your magic as well. Orange is wonderful for success and attraction. It has the beauty of having the red in it. It also has the yellow in it. So you're dealing with those colors, and depending on what type of orange you're working with, will of course be the balance of those colors, red and yellow. So you can see how you can work with colour and have an understanding of colour that can really fine-tune your magic to really the intention that you have. When you're dressing a candle, what we do when we're dressing the candle is we're putting the energy into the candle, and the energy we're putting into the candle is the intention. So whatever your spell is for, you want to come up with preferably a sentence that is in the present or past tense. It's specific but not too specific to what your intention is or what your outcome is. As you're dressing your candle, you're going to be thinking this sentence. You can say it out loud, you can think it. Imagine that your intention has already happened. So you're thinking maybe it's a month or a year from now, and you're looking back and seeing how it worked. And so you're bringing up emotion and feelings of feeling relief, feeling success of the spell, because you're looking back at something that's already happened. And as you're dressing your candle, you're putting that energy into the candle. When we dress a candle, we use oils, generally speaking. If you don't have oils, that's okay. Still dress the candle with your energy anyway. If you're bringing something to you, you want to draw it to you, so we will mimic that as above, so below, the law of correspondence. Anything that we're wanting to manifest or make happen, we will always do the actions and link the tools that we're using to the same vibration as our intention. So bring it to you. You'd start from the tip of the candle where the wax is, and you draw it towards the base of the candle. And if you're wanting to banish something or send something away, you do the opposite. You go from the base of the candle out towards the tip of the candle. Your oils, of course, will correspond with your intention as well. So there's a lot of oils that have various different correspondences. You can roll your candle in herbs. So if you're going to roll your candle, if you're wanting to bring something to you, you'll do your rolling of the candle in the herbs towards you. If you're wanting to send something away, you roll away from yourself. To get the herbs to stick to your candle, you are going to need to oil it. So just use some cooking oil or some olive oil for that. So you're still going to dress the candle in the oil anyway, but adding the herbs just adds that extra resonance. You can even mark your candles and write on your candles with a pen. You might write your name on your candle. You might put a sigil on your candle. Really, it's up to your creativity how you do this, but there's just so much that you can do with candle magic. And with each action that you're doing for your candle and on your candle and with your candle, you're putting more and more and more of that energy of the intent into it. And that's where the magic is. The magic starts right from the very beginning. As soon as you choose your candle, you start gathering your materials together, you start forming your spell, you've started the magical process. And I'm sure there are many of you out there who've had results even before you've lit the candle, simply because you started the process and then results started to happen and you didn't even get to do the spell. You did do the spell, it's just that you didn't get to finish it. And that's how magic works. Other times you'll do your spells and you won't get results for a while. It really just depends on what's in your sphere of availability, how much action you're taking in the real world, and how possible your desire or your intention is, because we do have to work within the sphere of probability and also the sphere of what's available to you, and that's different for each person. If you want to get better at your spell casting, do download my spellcaster checklist. It's a checklist of things that you need to think about and ask yourself to help you become a better spellcaster, essentially. It's free and the link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.